Evening guys, and welcome to the third round of the SRA BTCC Championship. I haven't done this in quite some time, so yeah, it's going to be tricky to get used to it, trying to get the results. It's a recording of the race after Sunday evening, so it's going to be tricky to get the results and just keep track of who is running where, but I'll be able to give you the race results afterwards. Sadly with load shedding I'm on my own here tonight. Usually we have a crowd in here, but yeah, we thought it would be nice to give some racing back to you guys. Currently they're on the grid. The car is very closely matched. What we have seen is the rear wheel drive car stronger on some tracks than other, especially the short tight tracks. They do not like that, whereas the front wheel drive cars are much quicker there. Currently Melvin van Rooyen in the lead in the championship and pushing really hard to maintain that lead, getting some pressure from guys like Melvin, Gous, Craig Hume. Everybody basically has a chance here, and one mistake and you're out. It was decided by Grobler, who's the admin of the league, to allow the guys to drop their two worst rounds, meaning if you have load shedding or bad result, you can always drop that round. So that makes it a bit more of a fair fight. This is a long championship over 6 months, and I reckon it's going to be a lot of fun. So the guys already lining up on the grid. As I said, Melvin van Rooyen currently the leader, and also at this stage on pole, I do believe. No, pole was taken by Melvin Gous in the Volvo cars, maybe BMW. Right next to him, Melvin van Rooyen in the number 47 Vauxhall Astra. We'll cut over to the race itself and see them as they line up on the grid. Now what we can expect is the BMW will be very quick off the line with the rear wheel drive gripping, but this car has an issue with warming up the tires in the first 2 laps. So Dani knows that, and he will be pounding for sure. Behind them in third place we have Mike McGeer in his Red Bull Opel Astra, and next to him Mark Guy in his Sunflower Ford Focus. I think I've got that wrong, sorry Mark. Behind them we've either got Craig Hume, yes, Craig Hume in his Ford Focus, and next to him in 6th place we've got Pieter Grobler in the second of the Red Bull Opel Astras. As they count down, we'll be going live very shortly, and this should be an interesting thing to watch. These two cars very close together, very tight during the qualifying and practice sessions, so I think this should be a fun one to watch. You can hear some of the guys honking their horns and everything, ready to race and ready to roll. You can hear them revving up. They're down to about the 5-second mark, and the lights will drop any second. Let's see what happens here. And as I said, you can see the BMW dropping the rear, getting the traction off the line, and Dani's going to have a fight for his life to try and get back into position before the tires and that BMW heats up. You see Dani there right on the tail of the BMW. You see someone going wide there. It seems to be either Pieter Grobler or Mike McGeer, not quite sure. That is, I think, Pieter Grobler. And Dani pushes his nose on the inside of Melvin Gous. He's taken the opportunity. He's got the better grip right off the line. He gets his nose in there, and Melvin van Rooyen there and then takes the lead. Melvin Gous is going to try and pound back, but he hasn't got grip for about 2 laps. Not sure if he will be able to do anything about Dani. Dani extremely quick and very fast in this car. Melvin goes for a move, he does not make it stick. And you can see there in 3rd place currently Craig Hume, followed by Mike McGeer in 4th place. So let's see how this pans out. You can see in the front that Dani is slowly pulling away from the BMW. He's made the best of his better tyres in the opening laps, and he will surely be putting a gap there. We'll keep an eye on that battle, sorry for that, and see what happens. So we've got Mike McGeer chasing hard after Margai, 2 front wheel drives, a Ford and that is actually the new Opel Astra if I'm correct, yes. Mike McGeer in the Red Bull Opel Astra, new car that we're using in season 2 here. I think there's only 4 of them here. Most of the guys having gone for old familiars like the Ford and the Hyundai. Quite a few battles going on there. We're going to drop to Pieter Grobler in the second Red Bull car, see where he's at. He is currently running in 6th place, chasing Cohen Sassman, who earlier this year won the Race of Champions with SRA, and a very quick driver indeed, and a heck of drifter as he goes to the grass. well, that's a commentator's curse. But anyways, the guys quite closely packed still as they finish lap 1 out of... They're doing 15 minutes, so they should be doing about 11 or 12 laps if you look at the lap times. As they go through Riches, riding with Pieter Grobler currently. One on his own. We're going to go to the front a bit and see if we can get a hang there of Dani van Rooyen slowly but surely pulling away. I think the closest dice at this stage is between Mike McGeer and Mark Guy. You can see Mike really pushing Mark, Mark looking up the rear brakes, closely followed then by Pieter Grobler, Cohen Sussman in the Infinity. Right behind him we have got, it should be Craig Hume. Yes, Craig Hume in his Racing for My Boot Ford Focus. Behind him his teammate Wayne Mitten, covering his teammate there. Then we've got Jaco Wiese from Namibia following them, and behind him we have got Michael Rust in the second BMW from Namibia in the Volvo Cars Namibia BMW. Dewald Lambert in another BMW, struggling a bit with the car on this track. He was quite quick on Brands Hatch, but the BMW does have a tendency to bite, and these guys are trying to get used to it. New car to the league as well, and running extremely well if they can get it sorted. Johan Niemann there in the pack running quite close to... Sorry, I said that was Jaco Wiese. That's actually Johan Niemann leading the old man, I would say, leading his teammate who's 4 spaces back. If you look, Jaco Wiese must have gone off. He's running quite far back at the moment. Gotta go to the head of the field, see if we can pick up the dice. Dani van Rooyen slowly but surely pulling away, so he has got a better race set up. Even though Gous was a bit quicker in qualifying, Dani has got this one dialed in, and he's just punching the times and slowly but surely putting away from the BMW. At this stage, Gous in the Volvo Cars Namibia, no answer to do anything there. I think he might... You can see the BMW twitching there, so he's pushing it, but he just cannot do anything about Dani van Rooyen at this stage. As we go back, we just see Mike McGeer still pushing really hard to try and catch Margai. Pieter Grobler right behind his teammate in the second Opel Astra. Cohen Sussman in the first of the 2 Infinities, chasing hard to try and catch up with Grobby. So at this time the guys are starting to settle down, and tyres are starting to wear in and pick up heat and maybe overheating, not sure. But the dices are there to come, and believe me, they do get quite hectic later on. As we drop to Team Zima Racing, we've got Tommy Glad there chasing Ryan Pay, and he is followed by Wayne Mitten there. So Tommy, having picked up some ground there, struggling with setup. He didn't have a lot of practice time here, and used to the Ford, so he's getting used to the Hyundai. Not running the pace he would like to run, but giving his all. Unfortunately, I do not see his wife Janine in here. She runs the second Hyundai, but it seems like she has had an issue, maybe disconnected. Not sure what happened there. I missed that one. I'll have to talk to Tommy later and ask him. But car 420 then chasing hard after Ryan Pay, and he's closely followed there by Craig Hume. So Craig Hume has fallen back. He's lost some positions and he's now chasing down Tommy Glad. And there we see that is the car of Wayne Mitten going wide. He's in a battle with, I believe, Johan Niemann. So we've got to take that one a bit and see what happens there. Johan Niemann and Wayne Mitten there side by side as they're going through Riches. Johan Niemann getting the better line. Mitten deciding it clever fall back a bit, but this is allowing Ryan Pay to close up right on them. The rear wheel drive getting into the groove now with better tyres, so this should be quite interesting to see here. So we've got a 3-car battle now, and all of this is allowing Tommy Glad to catch up, as well as Craig Hume, who's quite a fast driver and quite well known in the Cape region, racing on Killarney on a regular basis. As they go through Agostini this time, and we see Johan Niemann running wide. This will allow Mitten to put his nose. Will he? No, he does not go. He keeps it in line for Hamilton. Oh, and both of them run wide. This is going to allow Ryan Pay to maybe make a move for them. Will he get his nose in there? Will he be able to pass them? Niemann still defending there. Mitten has fallen back. Tommy has passed Mitten, but that has allowed Craig Hume to get right up to them. So big battle going on here. Led by Johan Niemand, then followed by Ryan Pay, Tommy Glad, and then the two teammates of Craig Hume and Wayne Mitten. So Wayne Mitten losing out big time. They're going onto the grass. Johan somehow keeping up with it. We see the smoke bellowing, the guys braking really hard, locking up the rears. I'm going to go back while we leave this battle. We'll wait for one more corner, which is a tricky one as they go onto the main straight. You can easily make up a lot of time here or lose a lot of time, especially in the front wheel drive. So rear wheel drive, a bit more forgiving through here. And you can see Johan Niemand sliding a bit. So they're all bunched up very, very close together. I actually do not want to move away from this little dice here. We see Ryan Payne now in the Infinity, rear wheel drive, coming in on the inside of Johan Niemand. Will he take the line? He actually has it. He should be making a pass. Johan not giving up, giving it all there. We see Tommy locking up there, trying to keep one of the Fords at bay. Can't actually see. That is... Oh, that's Hugh. Is it Craig that went wide there onto the grass? Not sure exactly what happened there. Tommy going onto the grass now. These guys are pushing really, really hard. So we let them be for a couple of seconds and we're going to go back to the front. Dani van Rooyen now putting out a healthy gap. Currently leading the race very comfortably. Just putting in his space. Followed by Melvin Gous in the BMW. Third place still Mark Guy in the Ford Focus. Mike McGeer keeping in fourth place. Slowly being caught up by his teammate Pieter Grobler. So I'm not sure if there's team orders in there or whether Grobler will be allowed through or whether he will let Mike win this one in the team battle. But we'll keep an eye on that. Cohen Sussman just hanging in the Infinity. Seems like he might be struggling a bit with the car over here. He was running a very, very good race on Brands Hatch, but the Infinity, as the tyre starts to wear in towards the race, he has a tendency to get very fast and start making up spaces. So we will have... Oh, we see him going sideways again. We'll have to keep an eye on that and see what he does. Should be a good one. Just want to maybe move this here so we can get some more info on what's happening here. Ryan Pay, then we're going back to that battle. Let's see where Jaco Wiese is. Oh, Jaco is retired to the pits, so either blown engine or something went terribly wrong for him. Ryan van Wyk there. So I was getting confused. That is Mark Guy's teammate, Ryan van Wyk, who's actually in this battle going on between Tommy Glad and him. Michael Rust also not having the best of races. I know he struggled a bit with the car and his setup, so just trying to grab some points there. Then we've got Maritz at the back at the moment, new to sim racing, just getting used to it. Rupert Maritz, he looking at the replays, he always jumped that corner there on two wheels. We'll see if we can get a capture of that. Justin Vermeulen also an avid sim racer, teamed up with Dani van Rooyen in the Race of Champions. He gets his races where he's very quick and then tracks where he's new, he has to learn it a bit, and but he's always there giving it his best and always about mid-pack. Not having the best of runs tonight, but as I said, with load shedding going on, these guys don't get all the time to practice, so it's a tricky one. But he's chasing after Michael Rust, who's struggling with that BMW. Not sure exactly what happened there. But I think we'll head back to the little dice, see if Grobler has caught up with his caught up with his teammates. Sorry guys, I said I haven't been into this for a long time. So Grobler's there trying to make a move on Mike. Mike does allow him. Team orders going on there for sure. Robbie's then moving into fourth place, if I believe. Yes, Robbie's moving into fourth place. Mike now down to fifth place. Cohen is slowly being caught by Craig Hume. So Craig Hume having fought his way from behind. He did say he had a bit of a terrible event, a couple of mistakes here and there, but he's catching up with Cohen Sassman, so we can have a look at that. Look at this battle also. Tommy Glad chasing hard after Ryan Pay. Ryan van Wyk and Johan Niemand. So Johan Niemand has lost. We missed out on that. Johan Niemand has lost out. I reckon he did go off somewhere. That has allowed Ryan Pay and Tommy Glad to get through. So niemand under attack now from, oh, and we just see that a bit of contact there between Johan Niemand and, oh, Johan runs on the grass there. I'm not sure if he's going to give it back to space or Ryan van Wyk having them come together with Johan Niemand. So, yeah, not sure what happened there, exactly why they slowed down. Either of them thought they were the wrong and both of them slowed down. So yeah, you can see Johan is completely off the power there. Either grass on the wheels or something on the car is bent. Maybe a previous altercation where he's lost some sort of alignment. Yeah, he's definitely running wide, struggling with his car. So Michael Rust then passes him. Go back to the lead. Dani van Rooyen now well ahead of Melvin Gous in second place. So he's just keeping the pace, getting it to the end and not making any mistakes. Melvin Gous then up to second, or still in second, down to second, not sure how to say, in the BMW. Third place still, Margai running alone in third. Pieter Grobler seems to be pulling away from Mike. If we have a look, yeah, he passed his teammate about 2 laps ago. He's pulling away, and it looks like he is catching up to Margai. Not sure if he's going to have the time to get right up to him, but should be interesting to see what happens. So Mike McGee in fourth. Fifth place, we've still got Colin Sassman going down as they go towards the first corner. Wayne Mitten, not a lot going on, guys. So I'm going to try and see if Grobbies can catch up. Mike has made up some space on Grobbies, but currently, yeah, pretty much the guys are still settled in, so to speak, and just trying to get to the end. While we're sitting there, we're going to see try and see the difference between the two cars of the front-wheel drive window of Dani van Rooyen, and just see the driving styles between the two cars, what happens. If we go on board with Dani, you can see the front-wheel drive there. You will see that understeer from time to time as he goes through Williams down the back straight or the Bentley straight. See what speed he tops out at. Short shifting the car to try and keep it in boost. Little 1600 turbo with massive forces there. Been braking quite late, getting the car lined up. Then as he exits, a bit of understeer. This is usually where the front wheel drives tend to give problems. They do not want to turn in, and that's where the rear wheel drive cars do tend to make up some time. Let's go with Dani as he comes through Coram. He's going to do the last final corner, Murray's, then back onto the main straight as he gets to the start finish. Well, this one, the center straight. I'm actually learning something here. As you can see, Dani running a very clean race. The car, bit of understeering through the long fast sweeps, but very quick through the short and tight twisty stuff. By now his front tires will be completely worn, so he's got to do extra effort just to get it to turn in. You can see massive understeer there. Then brings down the speed, gets on the power, gets out of the corner. So with Melvin Gous trying to catch up, nothing he can do there. Huge difference between these two cars. The BMW does have a tendency to turn in, but it does not like the short corners. So we'll go about half a lap with Melvin Gous and then drop back to the action and see what's going on. Maybe there's a battle involving somewhere as they go through Agostini. Very tricky track, and there, as I said, the BMW gets on the power, doesn't like that, it goes sideways. As they go through Hamilton, also very tricky, bit of too much curb there. As it then goes to August. This is one of the trickiest tracks in the BMW. It's got a little hole there and it wants to slip under your rear. You can see him really struggling now with the rear end. So not sure if he messed up the setup or the car itself or just burnt the tires, but Dani just running away slowly but surely. You can see him disappear in the distance. Dani definitely having this one in the bag. And as we drop back to Pieter Grobler, chasing hard behind after Marga. I'm not sure he's going to be able to catch him. He is getting closer by the minute, but they're running out of time. We see Colin Sussman now. That's what I said. Colin starts to get a lot of speed towards the end. as the rear-wheel drive has a tendency to look better after its tires. So Mike having a battle now trying to keep Cohen Sussman behind him. So let's stick with this one and see what happens as they get down to Murray's into the left-hander. Will Cohen be able to get a draft here and pass him into the first corner? Not so sure. These Opel Astras are quite quick on a straight. But Cohen there in the slip, pushing really. He's going for a move. He's diving on the inside. Let's see, can he make it stick? Oh, and that's the end of the race. So Mike just hung on to that one. The guys, there you have it. First race done and dusted. The guys will be heading off now. They will be getting everything ready to jump into the second race. On my side here, I'm gonna try and just get you guys into the next one. I will be back shortly. Just want to log out of this one, get the second race started, and we'll be up and running. And remember what happens now, the first race is according to qualifying, the second race will be a random grid. So you can start anywhere. It favored some, it has not done so much for the rest. So let's see what happens. Race winner of race 1, Dani van Rooyen. Second place then Melvin Gous in the BMW, and third place was Margai in his Ford Focus. Followed in fourth by Pieter Grobler, and fifth Mike, who just hung on to fifth, with Cohen Sussman then placing in sixth in the Infinity. So as we're loading into race 2, we'll be going over shortly to the race start. As I said, random grid. Should be interesting to see where they will be starting and what happens in this couple of corners. You've got slower guys now possibly at the front, the faster guys trying to get through as quickly as possible. And usually it is touring cars, something is bound to happen and probably will happen. As soon as the guys get onto the grid and I've got them there, I will cross over, and yes, they're there. We are crossing over and they have got about 60 seconds before they will start off, so hopefully some of the drivers actually joining in on chat. I won't be able to chat to them, but we can type there and have a talk there, and yeah, as we cross over we're gonna see who has got the lead on this one. So Michael Russ now in the BMW starting from first place. He will be having pole. Dani van Rooyen, well, that's a good random start. He's starting in second place. Second place finisher of race 1. Melvin Gous is starting way back in 17th or 18th position. The two JJ Racing Toyotas also far back. The two Red Bull Astras right up front. So let's see what Dani does with the put away. The BMW very strong off the line. Michael Rust in his Volvo cast in the BMW getting a good put away. New day, new tongue. And we have Craig Human, Dani van Rooyen, or is that Wayne Mitten? I just want to make sure. The cars look pretty. Yeah, that's Wayne Mitten. Dani van Rooyen taking the inside line there. And he comes through. Michael Rust in the lead. Oh, we have a car. One of the Corollas there has gone off as they go into the corner. Oh, and a little bit of argy-bargy going on there. So the guys seem pretty much settled in. But this is going to be some close racing. Melvin Gous in the BMW right behind Cohen Sussman. In the Infinity we see Tommy Glad sliding off there. Well, we see Janine I have enjoyed, so I'm not sure if that's the Janine or Tommy. We'll have to have a look at that. Tommy in the number 420 and Janine his wife in the number 43, I believe. Oh, and Cohen Sussman has spun off. We missed that one there, guys. Not sure what happened. But Cohen then rejoining in last place. So a lot of action going on, and yeah, trying to keep up with that. There we see Tommy Glad. Oh, and Visa has gone off. So everybody everywhere is just going off. Going back to the lights for the front. Going to get with Van Rooyen here. Dani van Rooyen have already taken the lead from Michael Rust. Michael Rust currently in second in the BMW. Third place, Pieter Grobler. No, that's Mike McGee actually in third place. Pieter Grobler in fourth place. It's all very confusing at this stage, guys. Give me a minute just to get used to I haven't got any figures in front of me to see who's where, so trying to figure this all out. What I can tell you though is Dani van Rooyen at the front. Well, he's leading by a mile. Second place then is definitely Mr. Mike McGeer. We've got to try and jump over to him in his car. Mike McGeer then closely followed by one of the racing for my boot cars. That is Wayne Mitten. Wayne Mitten coming up on the inside. So the two Fords on a mission. Wayne just touches the curb, and we see Michael then dropping a couple of more places, going onto the grass there, followed by Ryan Pale also going to the grass. So rear-wheel drive's not happy on the first two laps. Mike McGeer locking up the wheel there as Mitten is right on his back, followed by teammate Craig Hume, currently then in 4th place. Pieter Grobler running in 5th place right behind Hume. Michael Rust having dropped off to 6th place, and 2nd place Melvin Gous has dropped completely off the map. I do believe he had a spin. We see him out there, he is 2 places behind his teammates, so yeah, not a good race there for him, but trying to get through the field, not easy in these cars as the guys are very, very closely matched. Another 15 minutes plus a 1-lap race going on, so they will be pushing their hardest to try and make up for time, positions and points, as the third race will be a 20-minute race and determined by overall standings of the day. So let's see with Pieter Grobler there trying to catch up with the two Ford Focuses. He's followed by Michael Rust in the Volvo Namibia BMW. And we've got a dice going on here, 3-car battle between, I believe that is Mike McGeer, Melvin Gous and one of the Fords. No, that's not Mike McGeer, so who is that car? Let me just have a look here. That is actually two Fords, so that is the Ford of Mark Guy and the Ford of Ryan van Wyk. Ryan, a very, very defensive driver, and he's not going to make it easy for the BMW for sure. But a lot of action going on. The guys slowly but surely starting to spread out, so we're going to try and keep an eye on this sound when the Toyota's passes. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but it actually sounds quite nice with the gearbox whining. Really nice sounding car that. Even hear it from here, and it seems like Mike ran a bit wide there, as we still with Melvin Gous trying to see if he can. He's in a sun sandwich at this moment. I've got to check the team name, I keep forgetting it. But yeah, Michael Rust now, so it's BMW Ford, BMW Ford. So Mike keeps on the outside, he does not, and he moves away to let teammate Melvin Gous through, knowing that Melvin is going to try and make up. Michael really struggling with the BMW this time around. He said afterwards that he just couldn't get the setup to work for him, and decided not to give him guys away. Oh, and then we've got one of the Fords. That is Craig. That is Ryan van Wyk running wide. So we've got a 3-way battle here. Melvin Gous trying to get his nose on the inside as he goes through Williams onto the back straight, the Bentley straight. On the inside, this Ford I know is very, very quick down the straight, so will the BMW have the legs to keep up, or will it not work for him? It doesn't seem like it did work, and he's got a second Ford passing him now, and you can see Mark Guy having gained the slip of the Beamer and his teammate the Ford. He lets him through, they both run a bit wide. Melvin on the outside there is trying to make a position, and Michael on the inside again. So it's 4 cars here, two teams, and this has worked in favour of the Ford. Now I think Van Wyk has then dropped. Yeah, Mark Guy has passed Melvin Gous and his teammate Mark, so Ryan van Wyk, so Ryan letting him through, but Ryan is not backing off. They're side by side here. Oh, and a bit of contact there. We missed that one watching this battle here. But we see Melvin Gous and Ryan van Wyk then side by side as they head towards turn 1. Melvin making the pass. Ryan not giving up that easy. He's going to come forward. Ryan running a bit wide there. This will leave Melvin with a bit of breathing space as they go into Wilson's corner. But the Ford's really, really good on the brakes, and then they've got to contend with the Ford speed on the back straight. So this should be an interesting dice. Jakovic and Johan Niemann in the JJ Racing cars behind each other, passing Michael Rust in there. I'm not sure what positions they're running in. Michael not defending too much, as he said, he wasn't happy with the car and decided not to get in the way of anybody. Ryan van Wyk there just trying to keep up with his teammate, my guy, who was really quick, third place man in race 1, and he's definitely going for another good position in race 2. It's all about getting the points together, guys. Ryan van Wyk there. Then the two teammates, Johan Niemand leading the team, followed by Jacobise in the second Toyota. And they're followed in by Koen Sussman, who's had an orphan come back all the way from the rear and making up some good positions here. As we go to the front, I do believe Dani van Rooyen is, well, Dani is well ahead. Having a break and just getting the points back. I mean, you can see it's half a mile, it's a country mile at this stage. Second place, I'm not quite sure that will be the car of Pieter Grobler. No, actually that is Mike McGee then running in second place. Yep, Mike McGee in second place. Just want to check here. Craig Hume then in third place and chased by Pieter Grobler. So we'll stick with this one a bit and see what happens here. Pieter Grobler is trying to catch up. This is a battle for third place. Pieter Grobler now chasing Craig Hume in the racing for my boot car. So fourth is Pieter Grobler. Fifth is Craig's teammate Wayne Mitten. But he's a bit far off to try and help his teammate in this one. Mike might actually be able to help Pieter if he loses pace and Craig gets sandwiched in between the two of them. It could become a very interesting battle. So we'll keep an eye on this one as we go to the other sandwich, which was the one of Ryan van Wyk. Ryan van Wyk now having passed Melvin Gous again, so something there happening. So very close battle there. And we see Johan Niemand going wider, but locking up there by Ryan van Wyk. They go on the back street. The BMW just hasn't got the legs down the street. Even if he runs in the slip, he's not going to be able to make a pass. So we're going to go back to the dice between Grobler and... Oh, and Grobler seems to have lost the position there. I'm not sure quite. See, we've got to stick with one dice and not jump around so much. So let's stick with this one and see what happens. Oh, my mistake. Grobler is still trying to chase down Craig Hume and get away past him. But let's see if he can catch up. And if you can actually make a move on him. Astra New to the series is still under development. And if we look towards the back, the Battle of the Forts followed by the BMW. Tommy Glad on his own at this stage, not much happening here. The guy's pretty much spread out. His wife actually leading him. Sorry Tommy, I had to mention it. So you see Tommy there. And ahead of him, oh sorry, my bad Tommy, you're actually leading your wife, but only just, not by too much. Very difficult to try and read the positions on the cars without any telemetry. So as we go back, we see the two Fords there side by side. Oh, and that was a kind of nudge there. Mark Guy then having gone off, having a good battle. And Wayne Mitten pulling off, waiting for Mark. So yeah, that's good sportsmanship, guys. That was just the slightest of nudges, and yeah, it went all wrong for Mark Guy storming up the field, having a good run, and yeah, but bad luck, bit of racing. They touched, and Mark went onto the grass and just couldn't keep it there. Melvin Gous then also heading for the grass, but chasing hard to try and catch up with Ryan van Wyk there. Oh, the BMW is starting to slide again. The tires starting to wear out now, so it's going to become very interesting now. Also looking at the time, they're getting close to the end of the race. Down Bentley Straight, the BMW going on the outside, trying to make a move. All this will be allowing the two Corollas of Jacobise and Johan Niemand to catch up. So this could become a four-car battle. Melvin trying there to make up some momentum and time. Not making it stick there. Very difficult track to only see the Corolla. Oh, he's gone off. Oh, big jump there. So Ryan van Wyk losing it there, allowing Melvin Gous to pass him, and Johan Niemand will slip through as well. So one little mistake, just touching the curb too much and losing the front end has seen Ryan van Wyk drop back a couple of places. Jacobise then also trying to benefit on that mistake by Ryan van Wyk. Let's see if he can actually make a move. I just left the sound of these Corollas when they pass you. As we go back to the Grobler battle, he is not really... He's just keeping that gap. Craig Hume is pushing it, but Grobbies cannot make any impact on them. So I'm not sure if the tires are worn out or if they decided, listen, let's settle for this. Nah, Grobbies won't do that. We'll keep an eye on that one, see what happens. As we go with Wayne Witten, Wayne now behind after that, waiting for my guy. He's now well behind and chasing Justin Vermeulen there in the Toyota Corolla. My guy catching up with Cohen Sussman there after he's also he's trying to make up positions, just trying to get some points back. So yeah, the guys, a lot of action happening here and just trying to more or less make up for some time. So it seems Melvin has also had an off. He's lost a lot of positions, so yeah, difficult to keep track of the action going on here. One thing I can tell you, Dani van Rooyen leading by almost half a lap, crossing the start finish there. He's basically at the end of the race. Mike McGee still hanging on to second place, and then the battle between Pieter Grobler and Craig Hume is there. They're out and about. Pieter has caught up to him and he's within striking distance. So let's see on the closing laps of the race, will Grobbies be able to make a move on Craig Hume, or is Craig going to keep that Ford wide enough to keep Grobbies behind him? Grobbies going on the inside, Craig running wide, Grobbies has made a move. Well, commentators curse, that was a quick one. Let's see if Craig can defend this one. Seems like Craig might be struggling with his tyres here, so not sure what's happening. You can hear Mike hard on the brakes, struggling to get that car stopped. Tyres at the front definitely gone. So Grobbies does seem to have a bit more traction into the corner and mid-corner, whereas the Ford is just understeering massively. So that's the reason Grobbies caught up very quickly after having been unable to catch up and then passing Craig quite quickly. So the Ford has run out of tyres and Grobbies is just slowly but surely putting away. As we go with the Glad family, Tommy Glad being caught up again, trying to catch up Cohen Sassman and being caught up by Melvin Gous. Melvin Gous running sideways out of the corner, so rear tyres on that BMW also going. Not sure how these guys are going to cope with 20 minutes of racing if they can't even keep the tyres intact within 15 minutes. But yeah, towards the back, quite a few battles going on. As we see the JJ racing car there of Johan Niemand, I believe. Yeah, oh, and Johan has gone wide. So Johan has gone wide. That's going to allow the Ford Focus of my guy to catch right up to him, and Mark is not going to hang about. He's going to go for a move there. Behind him they have got Cohen Sassman, who's catching up quick. Jaco Wiese right behind Cohen Sassman. And then we have Tommy Glad, Melvin Gous and Ryan Pace. So these five all close together and anything can still happen. So we're going to stick with this one, knowing this is where the battle is going to be. Currently led by Johan Niemand, followed in the Ford Focus of my guy, who's trying to make up positions after he's off. Tommy Glad really pushing it hard. Any mistake from these two guys, he's going to be right up there to pounce. Melvin Gous trying to make up spaces from behind after off somewhere, not sure where. And then we have Jaco Wiese, and we see Johan Niemand running wide, the Focus wheel spinning out of the corner as he tries to make a move, but Johan keeps it intact. He blocks the line. He does not allow Mark guy through at this. Mark trying everything at this stage. Going for another dive on the inside. Let's see if he can pull this off. No, he pulls back. He does not want to make that move, knowing he's not there as they go through Agostini. Johan running wide again. The Focus getting a better line, but on the exit, the Corolla seems to have more traction. As they go to Hamilton, it is bumper on bumper. Oh, Johan running wide. This will allow Craig, and Mark guy is going to go for a move. No, he does not. He pulls back in again. Mark knows this Ford is fast on the straight, so he might be waiting for that, but this has allowed Cohen Sassman to catch up right right onto his bumper. So now he's got to attack and defend. And in turn, Jakovisa, the teammate of Johan Niemand, has now sandwiched the two cars. So we've got a double patty burger here. And the Focus doesn't seem to be catching the Toyota. So, well, interesting. Didn't know that. Then Johan running a bit wide. He's going to hit the curb. Is he going to make it stick? Yeah, he makes it stick. Cohen is slowly catching. In the background there we see Melvin Gous now having caught up with Tommy Glad as well, so there's also some action dream, but we're going to stick with this one. Johan Niemand, Margai and Cohen Sassman, followed by Jakovisa, and then Ryan Pay, Tommy Glad and Melvin Gous. So this is a 7-car battle. The car's all about spread out. Let me see the BMW. Oh no, and someone's gone off. Someone has gone to the pit. It's one of the Red Bull Corollas, I'm sure. Oh guys, that's the end of the race, that's why. That is why. So Daniel van Rooyen won this one again. Mike McGeer took it home in 2nd place, and Pieter Grobler, teammate of Mike, in the 2nd Red Bull Astra, then in 3rd place. We're going to cross over to screen quick, and I'm going to try and get you into race 3 as quickly as possible. Well, I actually forgot it's a recording, so I can actually pause it. So the guys are back on track. We'll transition to the track now. It's in the 60-second countdown. If we look at the standings, Daniel van Rooyen then leading overall. The correction, that would be, yeah, Daniel van Rooyen leading overall. 2nd overall for the day so far, Mike McGeer there, so he's got a lot to defend. 3rd place, Pieter Grobler in the 2nd Red Bull Astra. And then we have Margai in 4th place, Craig Hume in 5th place, Melvin Gous in 6th place. With load shedding having kicked in, we've only got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cars left. There's not too much cars left where the load shedding, we'll call them retirements for now. But as we see them putting off, it's Astra versus Astra. One is getting a good pull away there. Melvin trying to put his nose on the inside. This should be interesting. We're going to get a good start there. Melvin Gous in between the two Red Bull Astras. There's a bit of contact there, but Froley's going on to very well. Great car control there for Froley's. This is allowed Daniel to slip away from them as they turn into turn 1. And there we have some action. Something happened there. We see the BMW is off. Johan Niemand, unfortunately, a bit of a tap there from behind. This is soon. I think Ryan van Wyk, yeah, shame, poor Ryan van Wyk into the tyre wall, unable to continue any further, so he's out of this one. That is a pity. He was the unfortunate person in the middle of a disastrous mid-pack incident. Come on guys, you've got 20 minutes. Why mess it up like that? Anyways, we like the action. They do not so much believe in me. So Daniel van Rooyen going for 3 out of 3. 2nd place man, Mike McGeer in the Opel Astra. He's been running a phenomenal race this weekend, grabbing the points, getting up there. Margai then in 3rd, so he's in a Red Bull sandwich, so this should be interesting. We've got a repeat of race 1. Mike leading, Craig Hume in 2nd, and Robbie's in 3rd chasing him. Owen Sassman and Ryan Pay, the two Infinities, chasing the Ford Focus of Craig Hume. Or is that Wayne Mitten? Let's just make sure. I do not want to. Okay, Wayne Mitten unfortunately retired from the event. He did excuse himself. He had some personal issues to tend to, so his teammate in Craig Hume defending himself from the two Infinities. You see Jakovisa running a good race there. He's being chased by Melvin Gous, who was in the first race altercation. Not the best of events for the BMW, but as I said, they do tend to bite, and this one I believe bit quite hard. So yeah, if my sound was awful, I am so sorry guys. I actually forgot to put my mic on. But okay, we're back, we're running. A lot of action that has happened in the first lap. They're up to into the second lap. Race led by Daniel van Rooyen, a repeat of race 2, Mike McGee in 2nd, Margai in 3rd, Pieter Grobler in 4th, trying to chase the Ford. So again a Ford in the middle of to Opel Astras, and they're being powered by Red Bull. Hopefully they don't get wings and they stick to the ground. In sim racing, getting wings is not a good thing. Most of you will know that. So we see Grobler's catching up there with Mark. But Mark in the whole Sun, that's the name, the whole Sun Ford Focus. He's struggling all night to get that right. As I said, getting back into the groove of commentating and doing this, we'll be doing it more regularly. If I get the time, we'll surely be doing it and launching as we are doing today, and do it on a Friday evening just before beer lobbies. Something we do every Friday night on SRA, where the guys get together, do some fun racing and talk a lot of crap. And also get to know each other. So as we cross over, so we've dropped down to 13 cars now. Sadly, with load shedding and one retirement from Ryan van Wyk, he hit the barrier quite hard in turn 1 off lap. Yeah. It is touring cars, things are bound to happen. Unfortunately, load shedding not part of it. These aren't electric cars, but they are being driven by electric machines in your house. So again, Daniel van Rooyen not putting away so quickly, so I think he's sparing his tyres as 20 minutes race, driving with his head more than with his kahunas, I would say. Mike McGeer keeping that gap between himself and my guy. And then Grobler's falling back a bit. Don't know if he made a mistake. He is followed by Craig Hume then, in the racing for my boot focus. Koen Sussman chasing hard, followed by his teammate Ryan Pay. Then we've got Jaco Wiese in the JJ Racing Toyota. Behind Jaco Wiese we have got Melvin Gous in the Volvo Cars Namibia BMW. Then we have Justin Vermeulen in his Toyota Corolla. I'm pretty sure that is also Hoonigan. All in the whole series, basically, most of the cars in tribute to Ken Block, who sadly lost his life at the beginning of the year. He had a lot of fans, and as you can see, a lot of cars out there bearing his different liveries or brandings or names. Driving his own quiet race, Rupert Maritz, as I said, new to sim racing, getting into the groove, but they're spirited and not sure if he's bent something, but a lot of understeer from that car. Really trying to get the car to turn in, so he must have bent something or broken something. Jaco Wiese there, pretty much 20 minutes race, guys spinning out a bit. Daniel van Rooyen leading the race still. Mike McGeer still in second. This is the closest race at the moment, so I think we're going to stick with my guy and see if he can actually, if he's getting caught up or if he is catching. And don't forget Craig Hume right at the back. This should become an interesting battle. 4 great drivers, 4 great sim racers. I think this should be an epic battle to look for. You see them, we see the 2 cars of Koen Sussman and Ryan Pay, 2 teammates. They're not going to chase each other. But Jaco Wiese and Melvin Gous all the way from Namibia, they're chasing each other. They've actually raced in real life, so they will not be giving each other any millimeter of error or any millimeter of room. Jaco in the front wheel drive Corolla, and Melvin in the rear wheel drive BMW, sorry, pardon me. As I said, getting back into the groove, and yeah, sounding like a drunk man on steroids, but bear with me. Usually I have a guy or 2 or 3 with me in chat to help me, and doing this all on your own, you run out of words, ideas, things to say. But we're trying there as we go down the Bentley Straight. Probably one of the trickiest corners on the track, breaking down high speed into the right hand and left hander through Nelson. Not easy, and you can lose a lot or gain a lot. Usually you lose a lot. If we go back to the battle between Grobler and them, well, Grobler is going for a move. But Grobler has caught up right with my guy, but in turn Craig Hume has caught up with Grobler. So let's see, can Pieter Grobler make a move here? They're going down the start-finish straight. He's not close enough to make a move, but if he can keep the momentum through Riches, he can surely make a move into the next corner. Let's see if he does that. No, too evenly matched. As they go through Wilson, probably going to try on the inside, get a better run. So evenly matched. There's nothing in it. Through Palmer, very tricky corner. The cars do tend to understeer a lot through there. And your exit speed can line you up for the next one. In fact, I can't remember this name. It's Agostini. Very weird name. Anyways. As they head towards Hamilton. Pretty much unchanged. But they're getting closer and closer. This is going to be a battle to definitely watch towards the end of the race. Melvin Gous then having passed Jacovice, so Jaco must have gone wide, or he might have let him go through. We missed that one, but we're going to head back to where the dice is going on, and it is Opel, or Vauxhall as they call it, versus Ford versus Vauxhall versus Ford. Or as we call it, Focus versus Astra versus Focus. So Mike McGeer there, coming under huge pressures from Margai, who was very quick in race 1, had a lot of bad luck in race 2. And now he's back up there, trying to grab the points, getting as much as possible to make up for what he's lost in race 2. Mike is not going to give up that easy, that I can assure you. He's going to push it to the end. Through Maris as he runs onto the grass, that's going to cost him some time. Now Grobler is coming under attack from Craig Hume, so this is all very interesting. And Craig has actually got a better run. He's into the slip of Mark Guy, who has fallen back, so he's lost some ground on Mike McGeer. A lot of things happening and unfolding here. Grobler is diving on the inside, taking that position back. Very close racing. Oh, that's going to cost Mark. Sorry, Craig. Oh, make a pink and a green car so I can recognize you. Anyways, Craig Hume then trying to get the position back, but now they're losing ground on Mark Guy while they're battling. Another battle unfolding. Oh, and there we see it's a two car. We also see another battle unfolding between, is that Ryan Pay and Melvin Gous, the BMW. He's trying everything and anything to try and get past this Toyota. With the battle going on in the front, it is most likely that they might catch up to these guys if they continue to battle like they are battling. And no move being made there. Let's see what's happening here. And we see Mark McGeer defending himself from Mike McGeer defending himself from Mark Guy. Then it's Pieter Grobler, followed by Craig Hume, followed by Cohen Sassman, followed by Ryan Pay, then Melvin Gous. So again, we've got 4 cars closely packed together, and then another 3, which if these guys don't stop dicing, which we don't want, will allow the rest of the guys to catch up with them. So Cohen and Jacovice is now caught up with a battle behind Ryan Pay and Melvin Gous in the background, so that's something we might have a look at. But for now, we're going to stick with this one. Donny van Rooyen well and away in first place. We're watching the battle for second place actually going on here, and it's one hell of a battle. 2 Fords, 2 Astras. Mike, cool, calm and collected under pressure. Grobler is probably one of the best sim racers I know under pressure, and he's not going to let you pass. And if he can pounce, he can pounce. So let's see what happens. As he goes through Agostini, pretty much not a lot in it. So these guys are so closely matched. It's got to take something special, or a mistake for them to start passing each other. And I think it should happen. It's bound to happen. It must happen. You see Grobler is right up there now with Margai. If he can get the slip here, but now he's got Mike McGeer. It's a 3-car slip here, so let's see what happens if they go up. They're so closely matched. There's no It doesn't even work running in the draft. Look a bit towards the back. Ryan Pay. Melvin Gous and Ryan Pay then side by side. Going on the outside. Will he make the move stick? Yes. Melvin Gous then passing Ryan as they go through. Nelson setting his sights now on the second Infinity of Gous Assessment. Excuse me. Jakob is catching up with Ryan Pay now as well. Not sure if he's maybe started to wear his tyres out, but he is definitely losing a bit of pace here. Go back to the battle at the front. These guys still very close together. Mike McGear. Oh, Mike is under attack from Craig. No, that is Mark Guy diving on the inside. Spectacular move there by Mark, but Mike has got the run out and he's got the inside line for the next corner. As they go into Palmer, will he make it stick? Yeah, Mark backs out of it, does he? No, they're side by side. Mike again has got the inside line. He's got his teammate right behind him, so this might upset Mark a bit. Oh, there's a bit of contact. They both run wide alone. Grobler to take second place. Grobler coming from fourth up into second. So that's Pieter Grobler now into second. Mark Guy still in third. Mike has dropped from second to fourth, and this might be a fifth place now as they go through August. Well, Craig is trying his utmost best to get into the inside. Yeah, he makes the move there as they go through Williams onto the Bentley straight. Will Mike have to run out of the corner to maintain fourth position? Within 3 corners, Mike has gone from second to it's still being decided, fourth or fifth. And as we look, Grobler and Mark Guy side by side. This is again Mike now back into the groove. He's going on the inside of Mark Guy. Grobler's pulling a bit of a gap there with the argy-bargy going on at the back. And it's Ford versus Opel versus Ford at this stage. Mark Guy in third place. Mike McGear trying to get back some positions. And as they come down the main straight, Mike McGear's pulled quite a gap. No, it's Pieter Grobler actually. Sorry, my bad. Pieter Grobler, who's now in second place. He's given himself some breathing space. If these guys continue to battle like they're doing at the back, and we see Mike McGear. Oh, and we've got Craig Hume going for a move. No, he's backing out of it. This is an awesome battle, guys, and they're racing their hearts out. So Mark Guy is being attacked by Mike. Mike is being attacked by Craig Hume, and Gous Assessment is slowly catching. Not sure if it's going to leave him enough time to catch up, but let's see what happens. So as they go through Hamilton, Mike really having to defend now. Now we saw in the race too that it's the Fords do seem to lose a bit of traction at the front towards the end. Will it happen again? Will this allow Mike to make a comeback? Close racing, and we saw within 3 or 4 corners you go from second to fifth. It's as quick as that. In the background we can see the Infinity and the BMW slowly making up some ground. I'm not sure if they're going to have enough time to join this battle. I highly doubt it, but if these guys start going side by side again, it's definitely going to be on, and we'll have a 5 or 6 car battle for third place. The Mike's still under attack from Craig Hume there. You can see it seems like they're starting to push a bit of nose as they go into the center straight, well, the start-finish straight I would call it. So Mark is pulling away from Mike now. He's got in the gap. He's slowly pulling away. Mike under attack now from Craig Hume. And in turn, Gous Assessment pushing. We saw in the last couple of races, after the midway point, that Infinity starts to get grip and he really starts to move. And will he be able to catch up and fight for another position or two? Only time will tell. as we go back to the front. Danny van Rooyen, well, he's run away with this one. He's going to make it 3 out of 3. Unless he blows the engine, breaks a leg, or gets load shedding, he's got this one in the bag. For sure. He was unstoppable tonight so far, and he is unstoppable in this race. Nice clean race, and he's just taking it home now. Pieter Grobler running in second place there. He's got a bit of air between him and Margai, and he should be fine towards the end if he can keep it on track, not make any mistakes. Mark will still be pushing as hard as he can. He's running in third, but he will be giving his all in the old sun, I almost said sunflower again, in the old sun focus to try and catch up, but he might also settle for third. And now this battle has turned into a four-way battle for fourth between Mike McGeer, Craig Hume, Melvin Gous and Cohen Suss. Melvin has actually passed Cohen, so in the battle that we missed again, it's gone awkward. We see Mike McGeer now in fourth. Oh, and he runs. Oh, and there's contact. There's contact between Craig Hume after Craig Hume returning to the track. Bit of contact there. No one keeps him, but this allows Cohen Sussman to jump in on the inside. And it's a 3-car battle. We're going to go to this battle. Craig Hume there in the lead. Cohen Sussman putting on the inside of Melvin Gous, taking position 6 from him. Melvin then down to 7th, I believe. Let me just recap. That would be a 6th place then. They're currently in the lead, Danny van Rooyen, followed by Pieter Grobler. Closely chased now by Mark Guy. Then it's Mike McGeer. Then we've got the battle between Craig Hume, Cohen Sussman and Melvin Gous in the BMW. Sorry, I'm trying to just get the cars in the picture to try and give you the names. Quite tricky without any positioning or anything, so yeah, just guessing it as we go. But Mike McGeer leading this battle. Craig Hume on attack from Cohen Sussman. It seems like Cohen is not able to catch right up, but as they go down the Bentley straight, will the Infinity be able to hang on? I know they run more wing in the front wheel drive cars, so they do not have the speed on the straights in the rear wheel drives. So they have to try and attack through corners, and it becomes interesting. And we see in the front there, Pieter Grobler still hanging on to 2nd place. 3rd place, Margai. 4th, Mike McGeer. 5th, then currently Craig Hume. 6th, Cohen Sussman, and 7th, Melvin Gous. As they go down the center straight for yet another lap. I'm not sure how far this race is in. No telemetry to show me. That's the bad thing about the replays, but as opposed to live streaming. But we're making it work, and we'll get back into the groove and make it better than this one is. So, pardon for the mistakes and the speech errors. But yeah. As you see there, Melvin Gous then on the outside of Cohen Sussman. These guys are really pushing it. Pieter Grobler at this stage, well, he's pulled away slightly, so he's got a breathing space. He's got some air between him and Margai, so he's at this stage, he's safe in 2nd place. If we look towards the back, Craig Hume now under attack from both Cohen Sussman and Melvin Gous in the BMW. Look at Maris. Gentleman moving out of the way there to let these guys slap him. But these guys are bumper on bumper, and we see both rear-wheel drive cars sliding through that corner, giving it their all, trying to just make up that bit of time on the rear-wheel drive, on the front-wheel drive focus. They go down Bentley straight. So there we have it, racing for my boot, Craig Hume defending himself from an Infinity and a BMW attack. 2 big, long. Oh, and Sussman runs wide, he loses it. Sussman late under braking, loses it. That gives Melvin Gous the spot. So Melvin moving up into 6th place there. But falling back a bit from Craig Hume there. So Craig having some air, Mike having some air. And a nice battle there, and sadly for Cohen Sussman, under the brakes, the rear end stepped out and he couldn't do anything. The turning circle on the cars are just not enough to just hang it sideways. Oh, and there we see the end of the race there. So yeah, race won there by Dani van Rooyen. Second place, Pieter Grobler. Third place, Margai. Fourth place, Mike McGeer. Fifth place taken by Craig Hume. Sixth place by Melvin Gous. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for joining. I know it's a recording. I know it's not the best of recordings, but we're trying to give something back to you guys, and hopefully even the race drivers is out there and having a chat on the chat. We'll be, as I said, we'll be doing this more often, where we record the race and do the live streaming as a live replay, and just give back something to the community that they put in hours on end with. So thanks for joining, and yeah, if anybody's interested in live streaming for SRA, please do make contact with me. That would be greatly appreciated. We just don't have the knowledge all the time to do it ourselves. This is what we can come up with at this stage, and yeah, have a great evening. And for those that's going to stick around, we'll be starting lobbies in a bit. Everybody is welcome. Chat, the race, and it's late night fun. Cheers guys, have fun. Thanks for joining.